Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called Moon Alien. And this was created by Nichibutsu and I guess also Karateko. And this is a ripoff of Galaxian, which was created by Namco earlier in 1979. I'd never seen this version. This ran on Galaxian hardware. We will not only look at Moon Alien, but there was also a game called Moon Alien Part 2. And we'll look at the differences between those two games in a little bit. But as I said, this is a ripoff of Galaxian. And there's slight differences in Moon Alien and Moon Alien Part 2 from Galaxian. There's a different attract mode here, and it's actually kind of cool. It eventually, after a long while, will form the words Moon Alien out of these graphics here. But the most notable difference you will see is that you can guide your missiles when you fire and move. Your shot will move as well. And I greatly prefer the regular fire of Galaxian. But in Moon Alien, the aliens swoop much quicker to the left and right. It's very it's very unnerving. And note that the aliens look a little bit different than they did in Galaxian. I mean, this is a ripoff, but I guess they at least tried to make the graphics look a little different. The general gist of the scoring and stuff from the original Galaxian is the same. Scoring is the same. The bosses, or the flagship, the yellow flagship, will pause. Or, when you kill one and there's enough enemies left over, there will be a 5-second delay that the enemies won't attack. And the boss is worth more if it has 2 envoys with it that you destroyed first before the flagship. And see, it says Karateko at the bottom. Now it's going to say Nichibutsu. So those conspired, I guess, to make both Moon Alien and Moon Alien Part 2. Yeah, I'd never seen Moon Alien or Moon Alien Part 2. We will get started. You get a bonus flagship, or a bonus ship at 4,000 points in this game. As far as I can tell, you don't get one in Moon Alien Part 2. You don't get a extra life awarded. But yeah, you can move your shots as you move your ship. One other difference in Moon Alien Part 2 is that you have a fuel meter. And if you let the fuel meter go down to 0, you will simply blow up. But yeah, in Moon Alien, the aliens will swoop much wider than in Galaxian, at least when there's just a handful of enemies left. And there I got my 5-second or so delay. Yeah, see, they have little twitchy movements when they're trying to swoop around. And like in Galaxian, you can fire at just the right time and be able to take out an enemy in the middle of the next formation. Whoops. Being as it runs on Galaxian hardware, a lot of the Galaxian hardware type of games do not record well in MAME. So you will have to use a program like Bandicam or Fraps or something. But this game I did not mention yet was suggested by YouTube user Nathan Williams. And this is I prefer greatly Galaxian, but of these two, I prefer Moon War Part 2. It's a little bit easier. And in this one, you get an extra life at 4,000 points. And again, in Moon Alien Part 2, I guess you don't get an extra life as far as I can tell. But yeah, that herky-jerky zooming or swooping by the aliens is very unnerving in this one. Ah, god damn it, that was clumsy. Well, yeah, I used Bandicam for this one. Oh, I took out a flagship. I didn't mean to do that. In Galaxian and in this game, if you are down to a handful of ships and you let or a handful of enemies, and you let the flagship go off the screen, it will appear as an extra flagship on the following stage. I had just enough enemies left so that I got that delay that I wanted. That's something you definitely want to remember for the original Galaxian or these games. Don't whittle the enemies down too much, and you'll be able to utilize the Galaxian flagship to slow down the enemies, once you destroy it. And if you destroy its two envoys first, you will get the maximum 800 points for destroying the Galaxian flagship. But that was Moon Alien. And again, we will look at Moon Alien Part 2 in just a moment. I do like the way that the title appears out of this group of characters here, or sprites. And it does something kind of similar for Moon Alien Part 2, and we'll look at that in just a moment. Well, I hope you enjoy Easter tomorrow, or, well, I guess it's technically today. But yeah, Moon Alien Part 2 also runs on Galaxian hardware, the Starfield. But yeah, the Galaxian hardware games just don't seem to want to record correctly on MAME. The screen gets squished very thin. It doesn't say Part 2 right here, but it will in just a moment. Pardon me. Had to have a Coke handy. I've always been a big fan of soda pop. I probably drink way too much. Should drink a lot more water. But we're going to look at Moon Alien Part 2. And yes, there is the fuel meter. It just says energy. And the aliens look different in this one from Moon Alien, the first game. But yeah, there's nothing terribly special if you completely run out of energy. I mean, your ship just explodes. And when you die, your energy meter is refilled to the maximum, as it is once you beat a stage. And there it says Moon Alien Part 2. And the scoring system is the same again. If you kill the flagship after destroying one envoy, it is worth 150, or 300. And if you destroy both envoys first and then the flagship, then it is 800, the maximum. Here's his Nichibutsu. But yeah, I've never seen Moon Alien or Moon Alien Part 2. I have no interest in playing this again, really, or Moon Alien Part 1. I greatly prefer Galaxian. But yeah, this is easier between Moon Alien Part 1 and Part 2. The aliens do not swoop like crazy like in Moon Alien in this game. So this is definitely the easier of the two games. I've never been particularly fantastic. Ooh, that was close. I've never been particularly fantastic at Galaxian. I did have a couple really good games. I think my maximum was like, I don't know, 40,000 or something. I got a lot of practice on it in one of the Namco Museum games. Yeah, they keep all the sound effects and tunes and stuff. Yeah, your shot will pause when the fuel meter refills. Hey, got the maximum 800. Yeah, that's really the key to getting a good score in Galaxian, is getting that maximum for shooting the two envoys and then the flagship. Get that maximum 800 as often as you can, because you can't really score much in this game. But yeah, I find that really weird that you don't get any extra lives in this game, or at least not that I've noticed. If there are any extra lives, you have to score a lot of points to get them. But yeah, if you gotta play Moon Alien or Moon Alien Part 2, go with Moon Alien Part 2. What are your plans for Easter? I'm gonna hang out with my mom tomorrow. We'll go get lunch. I'll take her to a movie. Not entirely sure what we'll see. Might be Shazam. Maybe we'll see Us. Maybe we'll see Pet Cemetery. My mom and I are, it's not really like mother-son relationship. We're just like friends. We like to hang around and shop and do stuff. Kind of fun. Yeah, you can take out the middle of enemy formation if you fire just before the enemy formation begins on a stage. Ah, crap. But yeah, I should have gotten an extra life by now. With Moon Alien Part 1 or Galaxian, but you don't get it in this game, Moon Alien Part 2, which sucks. But yeah, if you're gonna play this or Moon Alien Part 1, this is the easier one. I remember when I first saw Galaxian, I really loved that game. It was at my dad's bowling alley. He bowled League Monday nights, and this was the first game I saw at that bowling alley. and I'd use my allowance money from helping to wash dishes or dry dishes or whatever, and I'd use it to play this game, and we'd get soda and candy from the vending machines there. Had to finish what homework I had left, and then I could play all the games I wanted to. There were a lot of classic games that came through my dad's bowling alley. Some unusual ones too. That bowling alley is still there, I believe. Hey, what happened? There was supposed to be a sound effect of me crashing. That didn't happen. That was weird. Yeah, I didn't get an extra life yet. So I'm guessing maybe you don't get one in this game. Yeah, they do have a little bit of herky-jerky movements in Moon Alien Part 2, but it's not quite as crazy as Moon Alien Part 1. It's hard not to panic when the aliens start to moving back and forth and trying to shower you with bullets. And there I took out an enemy in the middle of the formation. And have any of you seen Moon Alien or Moon Alien Part 2? Where did you see it? Well, that's the end of my game. But we just saw both Moon Alien and Moon Alien Part 2. Moon Alien Part 2 might have been released in arcades in 1980, but I believe Moon Alien Part 1 was seen in 1979. But these games were created by Nichibutsu and Karateko, however you pronounce that, and they ripped off Galaxian. Used the same hardware. Well, that was Moon Alien by Nichibutsu and Karateko in 1979, and Moon Alien Part 2, created by Nichibutsu and Karateko in probably 1980. I hope you enjoyed those games, and I hope you have a happy Easter. You all have a good one, and I will catch you later with another video. Take care, everybody, and happy Easter. Bye-bye.